In a major study of American adults, 75% were found to be chronically dehydrated, despite the fact that every cell in your body depends on water to function. Over 2/3 of your body is made up of water, with muscle, the brain, and organs like the heart, lungs, and kidneys being over 75% water. Even the liver, which of course is one of the body's most vital organs, is 85% water. It's clear that water is a fundamental part in nearly every process in your body, and a lack of hydration can lead to significant declines in physical and mental performance. Dehydration has widespread effects on your body. It reduces strength, energy, and endurance while lowering pain tolerance and fatigue thresholds. Your body's ability to produce IGF-1, which is a key hormone for muscle growth, diminishes, while myostatin, which inhibits muscle development, increases. Cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone, also rises, leading to reduced testosterone levels. By staying properly hydrated, you help counteract these negative effects and boost your overall body's function. Hydration supports recovery by increasing blood flow to muscles, aiding glycogen replenishment and flushing out toxins. It enhances focus, improves digestion, lubricates joints, and even makes your muscles look fuller, giving you a better pump during workouts in the gym. I'd argue that being sufficiently hydrated is objectively in the top 5 things you can work towards to better your health. So that poses the question, how do we get hydrated? Now, myself a few weeks ago would have just said, well, it's obvious, mate, if you're dehydrated, just drink more water. But what if I told you this isn't actually what I believe in? And that approach in many regards could actually make you even more dehydrated, believe it or not. I understand to the layperson that might seem an outrageous claim, so I explain straight away why this is the case, and it's due to electrolytes. Electrolytes are a specific type of mineral found in the body, with minerals of course being one of 2 main categories of micronutrients, as illustrated by this picture. Electrolytes include sodium, potassium, chloride, magnesium, calcium, and more, and they carry an electrical charge when dissolved in water. They play a crucial role in maintaining fluid balance, cellular function, nerve signaling, and even muscle contractions. To properly hydrate our cells, we need both water and electrolytes, since water alone isn't actually sufficient. This is especially true for those who are active and regularly losing fluids through sweat. This second image shows the electrolytes lost when you sweat, with sodium and chloride being the primary ones. When these electrolytes are depleted, your body loses its ability to stay hydrated, even if you drink a large amount of water post-workout. Electrolytes are essential for absorbing water into your cells. Drinking excessive plain water without replenishing electrolytes can actually lead to further dehydration, as your kidneys will try to balance the fluids by increasing urine production, which results in additional electrolyte loss. This is why some athletes, like marathon runners, may experience severe dehydration or even fatal outcomes if they solely rely on water to rehydrate after intense activity. Fortunately, if you have a balanced diet, you generally receive enough electrolytes, as electrolytes come exclusively from the food you consume and cannot be produced by the body. Under normal conditions, the small amount of electrolytes lost through urination is easily replenished through a healthy diet. However, if you're frequently sweating due to physical activity or hot weather, you'll be losing more electrolytes than usual, which can lead to dehydration even if you're drinking plenty of water and eating well. This is why it's important to actively replenish electrolytes during periods of heavy sweating. I train MMA 3 hours a day on weekdays, and on weekends I work a total of 13 hours as a swimming teacher. As you can probably tell, this led to me realising I was extremely deficient in electrolytes, and it made sense why I experienced so many symptoms of dehydration, despite drinking so much and having a great diet. It became clear that I needed to supplement electrolytes to stay properly hydrated, so I started adding electrolytes to plain water. A quick tip for anyone looking to do the same: avoid buying pre-mixed electrolyte formulas from companies. Instead, purchase individual powdered packets of each electrolyte, as this not only lowers the cost, since these companies are doing essentially the same thing and marking up the price, but it also gives you better control over your intake. This way, you can avoid over-consuming electrolytes. For example, if you're getting plenty of calcium or chloride from your diet and only really need sodium or potassium, you'll be able to fine-tune your intake of electrolytes much more efficiently by not purchasing pre-mixed electrolyte formulas from companies. Now I'm going to show you the electrolytes that I supplement into my diet. Make sure when you're supplementing this, you're of course using filtered water. I'll touch on this more later. So firstly, I use magnesium malate, which I have 1.5 grams of, so half a teaspoon. That obviously gives me more magnesium. I also get 1.5 grams of sodium chloride, so another half teaspoon. Sodium chloride, of course, being salt. Lastly, I supplement 0.75 grams, so a quarter of a teaspoon, of potassium citrate to get my potassium. I probably should have put this more in the center, but these are all the things I supplement. So I'm getting magnesium, I'm getting my sodium chloride, and I'm getting my potassium. Calcium I predominantly get from milk, so I don't find that an issue personally, but you can supplement that too. I just personally don't find the need to. I'm going to talk about this more later, but I want to quickly add that if you hate the taste, because I sure do, you can add honey to it, you can add lemon to it, anything that makes it taste great. It's not going to dilute the chemicals more times than not, right? Make sure you're obviously researching that, as some will dilute the chemicals when you mix it in with the electrolytes. But yeah, you can do that, and you can add other things too, like I said, like calcium supplements or stuff like collagen to make your skin better. These are just what work for me personally. Now you may be wondering why the drink consists of 1.5 grams of magnesium malate and sodium chloride, but only 0.75 grams of potassium citrate. So I'll quickly address that. Magnesium malate contains about 15% of elemental magnesium, meaning that 1.5 grams of magnesium malate provides about 225 milligrams of elemental magnesium, which falls within the recommended daily intake for adults, so roughly 310 to 420 milligrams. Potassium citrate, on the other hand, is about 38% elemental potassium, so 0.75 grams provides roughly 285 milligrams of elemental potassium, which covers only a small portion of the daily recommended intake, which is 2,500 to 3,400 milligrams. Magnesium is much harder to get from diet compared to potassium, which is why much more magnesium is supplemented in relativity to how much you need to consume daily. As for salt, aka sodium chloride, is composed of about 40% sodium and 60% chloride. So 1.5 grams of sodium chloride provides roughly 600 milligrams of sodium and 900 milligrams of chloride. There are other formulas that have different amounts of electrolytes you can supplement to, for example, to increase your sleep or increase your energy. But if you're interested on this specifically, I will link Carl Ram's video, which I highly recommend you watch. Make sure you're consuming this electrolyte powder with filtered water and not tap water to avoid artificial chemicals that may lay in it. This is a topic I've covered previously in my video on estrogenics, how artificial estrogens, which are different from the natural sex hormone estrogen, are destroying your body. If you want more information on this topic, please do watch this video. I'll link to it in the suggested tab. Other things I want to quickly mention before ending this video is that the science behind how much water needs to be consumed to make someone hydrated is not completely clear, but approximately 2 litres a day for someone who does the average amount of exercise should suffice, with that dose of course increasing as you exercise more. Notice how this is a very generalised statement. This is because no body weight by activity, by environment, by humidity formula calculator literally exists yet that calculates completely objective dehydration. We simply don't have the technology yet to quantify how much water one needs to consume to make someone hydrated. You can only approximate how hydrated you are from measures such as testing how clear your urine is. With that said though, this is the end of the video. I think I've clearly presented the benefits of water and how just consuming water alone doesn't necessarily reap such benefits, how you need electrolytes, especially if you're actively sweating, to help actually reap such benefits. Now, I found a lot of things interesting when researching this video, so the stuff I didn't include will be in the description below. Along with that will be the sources I've used to help illustrate this video, along with that video from Carl Ryan, which, like I said, I really recommend you watching. That is, though, the end of the video, so if you could leave any support, any likes, thank you for guys for reaching 100 subscribers. I really appreciate that. We're only about 10 videos in, so I'm blown away with the support. If you could, leave any support like that, highly appreciated, man. Any constructive criticism as well, feel free to send it. Honestly, do not mind. Yeah, that's it. See you later.